U.S. mortgage rates reacted to this, and U.S. mortgage rates jumped up to a 2-month high. So people were thinking, well, the Fed will flatten it out, maybe the bonds and interest rates on mortgages. Nope. 30-year fixed is still 7% for people with good credit that are buying houses less than $1 million. So it's not what's called the jumbo mortgage. And the index of applications, what that is, they keep a stock market of applications. Oh, there it is. You see the bottom one? That's mortgage applications going down. And look at down another, what was that, like 4% year over year, dropped another %. And there's the mortgages are the highest rate since March. So nobody is buying because the interest rate's high. And you've got this chart up here. So now people say, gee, Biz Doc, thanks for everything, but what does all this mean to me? And so I asked Kai over the weekend, I said, why don't you come in with a reasoned viewpoint? Because you're a guy, you got your college education, you're in the first 10 years of your career, you're supposed to be in this, cash accumulation mode, and one of those steps is, can you get into a townhouse as your first property, or a house if you're in a favorable market? What are you doing?
Yeah, so I think obviously property's been crazy, and especially here in Florida where it's been out of control the last couple of years. So I think for me right now, a big part of it is just kind of keeping the rent and expenses low so that I can keep saving up, because obviously once I get married or once I get closer to having something serious relationship-wise, I think that buying a property and having something where you can store some value and you can build some equity is definitely a good step in the right direction. But the way things are currently, I mean, it seems like it's harder and harder. Like you're almost trying to run and catch something that's running faster and running further. So other than just keeping expenses low and really being able to maximize what I make and what I save, I think that's the only reasonable thing I can do at this point.
Yeah, so I think what he's talking about, first, there's a couple things in there, and one of them in there is he's not in a serious relationship. So if you know somebody, please put a name and a number in the super chat and see if we can,
I'm open to referrals.
Connect Kai, and then we can go through the chats and he can do his own version of swipe right. But I think you bring up a really important point, and that is any chapter in your life, whether you're a business or an individual, you got to have the financial plan. And it's not always what you want, it's what you can. It's like, going fishing. If the fish aren't biting, what can you catch? So it's not always what you want, it's what you can. And right now it's the what you can game in the mortgage market. I think if people are out there looking at it, there's a couple things that are out there that are also going on right now, and that is CD saving rates. And these things are connected. There's something that hasn't happened for 15 years, where you have the 1-year CD, certificate of deposit, go into a bank, you get a bonus, $20,000, 1-year certificate of deposit, put it in there, 5%, you can get $1,000 on that. So your 20 becomes 1,000, boom, no monthly fees. That's pretty amazing. We haven't seen that for a while. But what's also interesting is, if you've got a 3.5% mortgage and you get a bonus, it used to be you always threw a little money at the mortgage and then you refied it. And it was a game everybody could play. Hey, rates are now 2.8. You've got a 3.25. Maybe, I saved up, me and my spouse got another 25 grand. Hey, throw it on the mortgage, refi it down, and your payment kept coming down, right? That used to be the game you could play. Well, now that refi game can't be played, but if you've got a 3.5% mortgage and you have a 5% CD, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in 15 years, you have an opportunity to play both sides. And this matters to you because rather than buying into the whole thing about, I gotta have a house, I need a house, I gotta go buy it, I gotta do it. Right now, it's not the time to do it. Right now is the time to be happy on a conservative lifestyle, looking for a serious relationship.
Yep.
We've already mentioned that. Super chat.